right, Merry Christmas, everybody. Mac and Gatos, our final show of the year. Merry Christmas, Mac.
Merry Christmas, Gatos.
Our final show of the year, there are always some surprises.
Yeah.
At times, we like to bring some people in to sing some Christmas carols because
Get you in the mood.
If we don't do that, then it's me singing, and then we get complaints.
Or just people tune out, one or the other, yes.
All right. So we decided, well, why don't we bring someone in from Arizona? Someone that people know.
Someone who we talked about earlier this year.
Evie Clair. Florence, Arizona. She was on America's Got Talent. She was in the top 10. You remember her final song?
Trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
And it was a beautiful performance.
Oh, yeah.
And she had lost her father during the competition. And she still went out there and sang her heart out. And we remember what Howie Mandel said, one of the judges.
Our hearts and our souls go out to you, Evie. I know that, your father passed this week. And I cannot believe the strength that I'm seeing in such a beautiful young girl. And this is a very dark time in your life. And we all go through dark times. And what gets us through is hoping and praying for that light at the end of the tunnel. And your voice and your song and your presence here is that light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you so much.
So we decided to bring on that light at the end of the tunnel. She's here with us in studio, Evie Clair from America's Got Talent and from Florence, Arizona. One of my favorites. Evie, it is great to see you. Thank you for coming in, 14 years old. You know I'm a big fan. I'm kind of geeking out over here because I love AGT, and I voted for you. My goodness.
Thank you.
I never voted for anybody on like all those other shows, Mac. I told you I voted for. Thanks for coming in. You're going to sing a Christmas song for us.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Do you ever listen to this show?
I mean, when I turn on the radio, it's not usually the one I'm.
It's not your first choice.
But I'm saying, when I used to get in the car, like with my dad, he would always turn on this radio station, and then like I'd go to change it, he'd be like, "No, stop."
Oh, jeez.
So I listened to it.
Did he ever say, "No, Mac and Gatos are on. You can't turn the channel"?
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing.
Because I know your mom said she listens too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see you. I mean, you've gone through so much this year. I mean, being in front of millions of people. I mean, we here, at least in Arizona, across the nation, we cheered for you. When we found out about your dad, we cried for you. I voted for you. And I've never voted for anybody on any of these things.
Made top 10.
You made the top 10.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Well, I mean, this whole experience of being on television, of going through the competition, I mean, what are you most going to remember?
Probably just all the memories I got to build with everyone there. Like my family was able to come for pretty much every show, and so that was really cool. And so it's just a lot of great memories from it.
When your dad was there, did he ever say, "You're going to win this whole thing"?
Yeah.
What would he tell you, like, backstage and that kind of stuff? Because I'm sure you're going to, you're always going to remember that, and that's always going to be in your heart. One of the great, joys of your life was being on America's Got Talent with your father, and he was right there by you, side by side.
Yeah. I remember when I was in the Judge Cuts round, they didn't let my dad into the room where they said you're going through or not. Mm-hmm. And so when he was like walking past the door, he kind of heard what they were saying, and he was just getting so mad because they didn't let him like stay. So he just kind of walked by and heard a few things, but they thought that he was like, he thought that they were being mean to me.
Uh-oh.
And like that they were saying no. And so he went into the room, and my mom said he was so mad. He was hitting the walls. He's like, "This is stupid. She's supposed to go through." And then when I came out, I was crying. And so he thought that I was crying because I didn't make it. And then like, I was like, I made it, I get it, I'm going through to the next round, and he was so relieved, and then he told me this whole thing. He was like, I was about to go in there and kill them because I was like, he's like, this thing is rigged, you had to go through, and so it was fun.
Oh my gosh.
Evie Clair is from Florence, Arizona. You may remember her from America's Got Talent. We certainly do, and that's why we're having her in today to help us ring out the 2017 year. She was on America's Got Talent this last season.
She's going to sing in a minute.
Did really well, yeah, and of course we brought her in to sing.
Oh.
I'm just fascinated by your talent. When did you figure out you could sing? Like, when did you figure? Did you write songs as a kid? Did you just sing along with the radio? Obviously not this show. But did you when did you realize, like, I really have a good voice?
Well, I feel like there wasn't like a big, oh my gosh, I can sing. Like, it wasn't ever like a moment where I realized that. It was just growing up. I always had music playing in my house. My mom was a music teacher. She taught private lessons, and so there was always like music lessons coming to me from other people, and so it was never like a big, wow, I can sing, I want to do this for the rest of my life. It was just, I didn't really know anything else, so I thought that was just okay. Like,
you thought everybody did this?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this, like, I didn't really know anyone else when I was really young. I was like 2 playing the piano, and
wow.
There's a video of me when I was probably like 3 or 4 sitting at the piano and just making up some song that doesn't make any sense, but just making up a song on the piano with simple chords and singing, and
you have you were like singing perfectly, perfect pitch, you were on key, everything, right? At 3 or 4 years old.
I mean, yeah, like, that's just what I grew up doing, and I thought it was just normal. I was just in my own world, and then I started going to school, and I was like, wait, you don't know how to play the piano?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no. My brother takes piano lessons, and he's 14. Like, I was like, what? Like, you don't start playing piano till you're 14? And I was so confused. And then my kindergarten talent show came, and I was like, I'm going to show all these people that I can play the piano, because no one believed me.
Wow.
And then you went up and did it?
And then I went up and did it, and I was so nervous, and I screwed up the whole thing, and it was really bad.
Oh, no.
And I was so embarrassed. But then, like, I told myself from then on I wasn't going to be nervous anymore, and I was going to make this, like, my thing.
Well, you're going from the biggest stage, America's Got Talent, to about the smallest stage possible now.
Oh, shit.
So we're ready for some Christmas music. Evie Clair is joining us from Florence, Arizona. She's a treasure here. We voted for her. We rooted for her on AGTV. And she's here to sing. Now, what Christmas song have you selected? What do you have?
I'm going to do Here in My Arms by Rob Gardner. He is a local composer, and he writes a bunch of different types of music, but he wrote this song like a while ago.
Okay. And
he does his songs with a full orchestra and choir, and my mom is in his choir, and so she heard this song like 7 years ago and remembered it in like October, and she's like, hey, Evie, I think you should do this song. And so we asked him, and he let us use it, and so I have it out on YouTube right now. And
cool. Well, we're going to check that out, but we're going to hear it right now. So Phoenix, Arizona, I hope you're ready. From America's Got Talent, right here from the great state of Arizona, Evie Clair.
Crowned with the stars.
What shall I give? What can I offer? Only a manger to rest your head. And when you cry, what shall I give you? For I am not to calm your fears, and there is little I can offer, but just my heart and my own tears, and I've so little I can offer, but all I have is what I'll give here in my arms, held by the morning, baby divine, my own salvation. What shall I give? What can I offer? Only a mother to raise you up and hold you in my arms. All I can offer, only a mother to love you.
Well done.
Wow.
It's one thing to watch. It's one thing to see it on YouTube. It's one thing to see it on television. It's another to be in the same room. It's amazing.
Chills.
It is, yeah. Very much so. Very much so.
I
Thank
think
you.
That's amazing.
I think before your father went to heaven, I think he already heard an angel sing. And that's you. And I think you made him very proud. And I know you made your mom proud, and you made all of Arizona proud. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful.
And if you want to check that out, it's on
Yeah.
YouTube right now, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube,
Okay.
and it's for the Light the World initiative for Mormon.org, and I have another Christmas song for the initiative as well, and you can find both of them on YouTube and on my website, evieclair.com.
She's got her own website, Mac.
Well, she should.
Big deal.
Absolutely. She should have had it in kindergarten, right? You got it in kindergarten? EvieClair.com in kindergarten?
Are there any traditions you guys are going to do this year for Christmas? Something to remember your dad? What are the plans? Because I'm sure it's going to be a tough Christmas. It's the first one.
Yeah, well, right now we're planning on going on to my grandma's house, my dad's mom, and so that'll be nice, and just going up with his family. And I want that to be a tradition and go every year, but we'll see, yeah.
Hey, Lloyd, go get the stuff for Evie. We can't let you just leave without, giving you some type of a Christmas gift. Hurry up, Lloyd. It's in the other room. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Evie, we got you.
Oh, my gosh.
Here are some flowers from Mac and Gatos and the entire team. And also, my wife, and Mac, you can attest to this,
She bakes.
She bakes the greatest sugar cookie you'll ever have. So she baked those especially for you over the past day or so. So she wanted you to have that. We wanted you to have that.
Thank you.
You're beautiful. You're terrific. You're a treasure. We love you, and we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And just your voice being on the show, I think everybody's in the Christmas spirit. Thanks, Evie.
Thank you.